So Marguerite, I think that's her name, isn't it?
Yeah, Marguerite is the one that for some reason has control of bugs.
I was just about to say that. It's like, how does she have control of bugs?
Honestly, I don't know how any of the stuff in here works, if I'm being brutally honest.
Right. But what am I supposed to do? I've got no friggin' idea.
I don't know. Right. Give me a sec. I'm just going to try and watch the broadcast, although it might one of those things where I have to come out and come in again eventually. So don't
Yeah.
be surprised if that happens.
Yeah.
Waiting for Ollie J. Johnson, or it says it's waiting for you. But you're playing, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay, give me a sec. I'm just going to leave the party and come back.
Okay, do I need to invite you or can you just, Oh, I've found a compartment.
Hmm.
What is with these people and bugs?
I don't know. I can't. Oh, for God's sake. Broadcast not in fucking progress. My ass. Of course it's in progress.
Oh, wait, no, it was just that one. False alarm, no progress has been made.
Okay,
Right.
now something's happening. Yay.
Fire. The pilot light makes a handy torch.
You know what makes a great torch? Setting the innocent people you find on fire and leaving their corpses for a bit.
Well, teach a man to build a fire for a man and he'll be warm for an hour. Set fire to him and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
Hmm.
Shit.
You know, unless he survives the whole weird, state of, looking like a pizza that's been in the oven for too long.
Yeah. So, am I supposed to try and kill Marguerite, or...
No. I don't think we're meant to kill her yet.
Because I could shoot her a bunch of times in the face with a shotgun.
No, I don't think that's going to do anything. I think I remember that guy yesterday saying, no, do not try and, shoot her. Do not try and even
Save
just
your
waste
ammo,
all your
you
ammo.
can't kill it yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, I need the crow key. But... or the bird key or whatever. But I've no idea where to get it. No, I really don't think there was anything down here. Wonder if I could set fire to the house.
That would certainly be hilarious.
It would also solve the issue of how to get about it pretty damn quick.
Unless there's an item you really, really need that's in here.
Well, look, the place is falling apart anyway. I'll be providing a public service, if anything.
This house was weak. I was only doing what nature would do eventually.
So I'm not supposed to kill,
No,
Marguerite
you're not supposed
yet.
to kill her yet.
Am I supposed to destroy that hive?
I don't know.
Let's try it.
And did it do anything?
I don't think it did. Although... Oh. I don't like it in here.
I know. I might just, get a dilapidated, hut like this in the middle of nowhere, and then just kidnap you and leave you there.
How would you even find a place like this?
A lot of work, but I'm the kind of person with so much time on my hands that I would work into making it a shithole. Where do we start? Well, these floorboards. They're too solid. Then just stomp on them and go at them with a sledgehammer. There we go, completely unsafe.
When you've come to know me better, you will understand that neither health nor safety are among my primary concerns.
Yeah, that'll be when the health inspector, the people who actually own the land come and visit, and then I've kidnapped them and stuck them in the base, Saw style.
Shit, she came through the door and found me. Shitcock. It's an interesting insult. Right, well, I can only assume that I'm supposed to go outside. And that leads to the...
Maybe. Because you're in the same place that she was in, so, your wife was in, so...
Yeah, but there doesn't seem to be anywhere to go here.
There's a very Silent Hill 2 vibe I'm getting from this place.
James Sunderland.
Jay. Well, we've already run into the Angela style character anyway.
Clueless Burke de jour.
Well, it's got the tropes. The guy's missing. You have actually killed your wife.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to understand anything about, an axe to the neck.
Or the implications that carries. Have I missed a place where there should have been a key?
I don't know. Gee. You haven't really played Silent Hill 2, have you?
No. I might have. I might
Well,
if consoles were backwards compatible,
well,
but they're not, so I haven't.
well. If you ever get a PS2, I do have a copy of the second one. I mean, I also have the HD collection, which only the PS3 version has been patched. There is literally nothing stopping James from going back home, picking up a prostitute, but he just really cannot be bothered. Well, the thing is that Silent Hill 2 is a very deep creature within itself. It's entirely possible that none of the monsters you fight in the game were ever real. And one of the things I'll always put above it, well, it above, say, the later Silent Hills, which I know it's a trope to mock the other Silent Hill games.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the latest one, the Silent Hill Downpour game, you could do...
Right.
So you can actually create a future in which you did literally nothing and there was no need for you to be in prison or going to Silent Hill to do Silent Hill-esque things. Or, you can do horrible things and obviously you did deserve it, but Silent Hill 2 does the whole thing that no matter how good you are, no matter how bad, no matter what you've done, you can be good or bad, but it doesn't change the fact that you did what you did.
Right.
James still killed his wife, but how he deals with it changes, effectively.
Right, I'm gonna assume that I've missed the key somewhere.
Probably.
Oh god. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, isn't it? Me traipsing all over the place trying to look for a key I have no idea where to look for.
Well, at least you're not having to walk around an area just pressing X hoping to find the shiny thing.
Well, that's basically what I'm doing here. What was that? Gunpowder. 'Cause, yeah, just leave that around your house. That's...
I would. Gonna leave the only item that can kill me around.
Oh! Arclay Mountains. 1991.
Weird question, I know it's not a Resident Evil one, but if they did Mortal Kombat 11, who would you like to come back?
Mocap.
Notice this silence I'm doing. That means I don't believe you.
Just a second, my face itches.
That's for saying you wanted to have mocap.
But Mocap was the best Mortal Kombat character there's ever been.
It's humour aside.
Okay, seriously,
Come on, Ollie. I mean, you're seriously saying they're better than meat? Though, in all seriousness, I'd like Shao Kahn to come back.
yeah.
Feel the power of Shao Kahn.
I don't
It's
think...
official. You suck.
I think, generally speaking, killing off characters in a fighting game permanently is something you shouldn't do.
Look, I get it how it works for Tekken because you got characters that had similar moves later. That's the thing Tekken's always done well, is that later characters sometimes inherited the moves of other characters, so you at least had them in some symbolic way. With Mortal Kombat, a lot of the moves are very, character specific.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how basically Mortal Kombat X has gone full circle. That basically Liu Kang and Kitana are now villains.
Were they?
Yeah, they're basically the rulers of the Netherrealm now. They're now villains, and well, actually, Raiden might be as well. I'm not really sure what's going on there because he's turned into his Dark God form.
When
which
did
only
that
happens
happen?
when You didn't watch after the fucking credits?
After the credits, no?
After the credits, no. After the credits, Raiden turns up in the Netherrealm in his dark form. Spoilers, people who are listening, if they are. And he mentions that he's defended Earthrealm for years, but now he's had enough of constantly protecting Earthrealm, and this happening. So instead, he's changing the rules now, and he's going to start actively seeking out the people who would do harm to Outworld. And he says he speaks to the current new rulers of the Netherrealm. You don't actually see them, but he says that he will take them out if necessary, if they challenge him. And when he says if they don't take him seriously, they should consider this, and then he drops a bag at their feet, and then disappears from the Netherrealm, and it's Shinnok's head. And then you see demonic Liu Kang and Kitana standing over the head, and then looking at each other, then looking to where Raiden was. So Raiden's gone completely dark, that whole thing. And Liu Kang is now the ruler of the Netherrealm along with Kitana.
Right.
I also saw Sub-Zero's new late fight in Death Battle. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's the spine rip. It's too bad that he's going to be a DLC character for Injustice 2, and he's not going to be able to pull Superman's spine out.
I don't think I'm gonna find a key in here.
What to do? What to do? Are we going over the house with a fine-tooth comb?
Yeah, and I don't even know if that's what I need to do.
Yeah, I have no idea, and I think looking up a guide is a bit, cheating.
Oh, a herb.
Hmm. The Bat Dad. Sorry, for some reason I've got the idea of the Bat Dad in my head.
I am the Bat Dad.
I am the ultimate trash-talking father. Alright, you, let's go. Bat Dad knows no fear. Bat Dad knows no pain.
I want you, Marsh. I want you.
Then don't. What? I said don't. You don't need to go get drunk at baseball games and fight with other parents.
Just sit there and watch.
I see what you're saying. You're saying I've got to fight because it's who I am.
No, that's not what she was saying at all.
Don't worry, Ollie. We'll get to the bottom of this. We
Okay.
probably missed something.
Don't know if it'd be here though. If it were, would I have been able to get out?
Hmm. The pieces are all there. Just gotta figure it all out.
Ugh.
There's gotta be something in the house. Yeah, in the house that Marguerite's in.
Well, yeah, but I've been over that so many times. I cannot for the life of me find out what it is.
I know. I mean, you've used that crank thing.
Yeah, that was to make a shortcut.
Isn't there any? Is there literally nowhere else it's used?
I haven't found anywhere else. Keeping it with me
Hmm.
just in case, but
Worst comes to worst, check the check your map.
there's a cellar. Have we been to the cellar?
I'm not sure.
Yep, we have. We have.
Then we need to find the crow key. Hold on. I'll look that up.
There was another hive I didn't know about.
Ah. Right. The
Oh, there's a
crow
door.
key. Oh. The crow key is found outside the old house and in the outhouse by the pump station. It requires the crank to raise the bridge.
I've just found that, so
Fuck.
it doesn't matter. It's not cheating because I found it.
Okay, okay.
I'm out of fire ammo though.
Fracking machines.
Yeah, oh, just a second. I gotta wipe these goggles.
Jabbing things in the face with a knife. Jabbing them in the gums with a screwdriver.
Fucking hell. Don't know how long I should keep playing on VR. With the amount I'm sweating, I wouldn't want to water damage it.
We've recently had had a thunderstorm today, so that was a thing. It was nice. To be honest, the cats were more afraid of the rain than they were of the thunderstorm.
First aid med, huzzah! A chest.
A chest.
Hold on. Fire. And an antique coin. Oh, I just need one more.
And you got the crow key.
No, I don't have the inventory space for it.
Fuck, Ollie.
Right. Right, hold on. I've had to waste a couple of bullets. I now have the crow key.
Yay. Good, now we can do something with that crow key. Namely, open a door.
Oh, fuck. Fuck off. Right, I'm going back to the item box. I don't think I need the crank anymore, do I?
I don't think so.
Well, I might, but... Right, just a second. I can't really... I've really got to make sure this headset is clear, because I'm having trouble seeing through it.
Damn, the sweat's really getting to you, isn't it?
Maybe it's just that the cloth they give you isn't really much for cleaning lenses.
Maybe.
I've ordered some actual lens wipes. You know, those will do. But for now, takes what you can get. The Alright. Don't need the crank anymore. Now, where was that? Fuck off.
My babies, my babies. Who will whip my babies? Oh, fucking hell! Okay, now I can kill her. Oh wait, no, I'm falling through the floor. Okay.
All right, you little cocksucker. Let's get down to business. I've about had enough of you, man.
What?
This is what you get for
Falling down.
Lord only knows what you and Zoe have been up to. You think you can waltz in here and have your way with my family?
Right, I don't seem to be able to...
Well, I think you can actually kill her, so... Well, this is the part where you're meant to be able to kill her, so that's something.
Right, I thought I made some stronger flame fuel. And I was trying to switch to that, but it wouldn't let me.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake, now I've got to get back to the save box.
Well, at least you know what you've got to do, and some progress can actually be made. Gotta look on the bright side sometimes, Ollie. Oh yeah, I forgot it's you. We've got to be angry. It makes these things funnier. Okay. Let's see what... Okay, got... What I missed from the last live stream. Hello.
Who's
Hi.
this?
Hello. So, Chris Hasrosis and Swarter Saga. Can he read the chat? No, he's in a VR headset. I think he has a friend with him. It does all that stuff. If I asked to join you, I'd say... If I asked you to join, you think they'd say yes. I don't know where his friend is, though. I haven't heard him say anything yet. I don't know, I arrived late. Maybe not. Well, I like
Yeah.
watching for the reactions. He may die in a hole, but I doubt he'll like it.
Huh. Grenade launcher rounds. Ah, that means we get a grenade launcher.
The other ones, and it's an outdated model.
Right, so
Playing
I'll
Resident
use...
Evil with my mother-in-law around, someone who actually understands guns, is kind of a big thing, apparently.
Right.
She spent the first half of Resident Evil 1 explaining to me why the Beretta makes no sense as a weapon.
Right.
Yeah, she said it's a shit gun that was outdated by the time the 1920s came along, so, you know, why anyone would use it in the 90s is beyond them.
Fuck it, this way will get me to an item box. So how many people do we have watching, Sam?
4,
Ah, cool.
with a side of Brent.
Huh.
So yeah, I've just finished my pizza and, well, I'm reading one of those Viz things where it's someone trying to tell a story about how some famous people have ruined their lives, but really they've done the stuff.
Really?
Tune in next week when the police are called to Neville's house after his guests Mel and Sue organise an illegal dogfight in his garage. You know, he implies someone else has done these horrible things, and he's obviously the innocent person.
I just need one more antique coin.
And we have a Magnem.
Soon.
It's me. Yes, I know it's you, Jack. I'll send you to Monterey. Whatever. Monterey, Jack.
Yeah. I mean, I would like if a comment was made, it would flash up on the headset. I mean, I know it's not.
Yeah, that seems to be the downside with the VR, is that you need someone.
Yeah. It's like when we stream Final Fantasy VII.
Does that kid from Home Alone run this house at one point in his life at one point? Oh god, I really fucking hope so.
I don't know, have you seen Macaulay Culkin lately? He looks like he could be in this family.
Have you seen that thing where he actually does the home? He's still acting like it's Home Alone even though he's older. And
Yeah.
he starts killing people thinking they're burglars.
Oh shit, I forgot to put the crank in the, I can't discard it. Fuck it. I can't be asked to go back. Oh, for God's sake.
Jack's asking if he can join.
Well, what do you say, Sam?
There you are.
I don't care.
Alright, Jack, if you just give me a minute to sneak past this hillbilly woman, I will invite you presently.
I get the feeling singing Hillbilly Rock, Hillbilly Roll isn't going to work.
Oh, for God's sake, leave me the hell alone.
Never.
Fucking shitcock! Show yourself!
Right, I'm just gonna take a chance and quickly invite Jack into the party. Where are you? Yeah. There you are. Now, let's hope I'm not dead. I am not. Oh, bugger.
I am not dead.
According to
dead.
life support readings, we are alive.
If we wake up tomorrow, we will know we're not dead.
If we're still alive in the morning, we'll know we're
Good
not
evening.
dead. Good evening, Jack. How are you?
Well enough.
Huh. Oh,
Just played Star Wars Old Republic. Got chastised for bringing negative attitude.
were you bringing negative attitude?
Not intentionally. I was actually trying to help lead to a positive resolution to a problem. Apparently I can't do that very well.
Right. Will you stop going in that room? That's where I want to go.
There's nothing out here for you, Ethan.
Now do I turn up the volume on this thing?
I am a sad orphan.
Ollie, I am not an orphan. That is a terrible impression.
That wasn't an
The rest
impression of
of
you.
that works. Well, the sad part, you gave it away.
Sam, you still there?
I'm here.
Yep.
We are all here, Ollie.
Any new comments or anything, man?
Why not just charge past her, apparently?
Because I don't have
Because
recovery
because
items
much
to
like-
warrant it.
Because much like every movie character and every video game character, why would I use logic?
Good point.
I mean, you know, you'd have to be, you know, honest.
Smart.
Based on how I've watched your watched these streams, I don't think logic has much play in this game.
They're river rats. What the fuck do you expect?
All right, you piece of shit! I've had about enough of you! Yes, my kitty!
Why would someone from Louisiana have control over bugs? Like,
I don't think it's so much to do with her herself, so much as what's infected her.
yeah.
Or it could very well have something to do with that lantern.
Bray Wyatt?
Interesting point.
Alright, brace yourself.
You brace yourself, Ollie. You're the one playing. I'm just watching the show.
Alright. Oh, I've got another VR game now, by the way, Jack. It's a space fighting one. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
All right, you little cocksucker! Let's get down to business!
Thought you'd never ask. Fire!
You think
It's like I'm fighting the pain. Oh, it's over right now. I don't mind playing the Fury. Ha! Gotcha,
I don't think
bitch.
you can shout loud enough to play the Fury.
Well, I could, but it would probably wreck your headphones. Ah! Ha!
At the moment, I'm hearing things rather quiet on my headphones, actually.
I've about had enough of you, young man. You're gonna die as a fool, and you're gonna like it.
You may die in the hole, Ollie, but I very much doubt you'll like it.
Fury!
It would be the perfect time to deprive her of her weapon, but then again I doubt she has much need of it.
The water was rising. What the hell was that?
You're acting under the assumption that's water, Ollie.
Good point.
It's the blob. Where's Steve McQueen?
If anyone's in here, prepare to burn.
I think you're the one who should be preparing to burn, Ollie.
Oh, I've been preparing to burn for
Then
years.
there's someone's putting. I don't know what it is. It's foreign. And then there's someone put. Is this other VR game Prey?
No, it's Eve Valkyrie.
I think that's it.
Regarding the series serum, the following items to synthesize: cranial D-series cranial nerve, D-series
I wonder if
peripheral
Prey
nerve.
is just a Dead Space by another name.
Well, it's Bethesda. If you like their games, you'll probably like it. Huh. Hello?
I'm not issuing an opinion, mind you, I'm just simply curious. Answer the phone, Ollie.
Sorry about that. What about the serum?
I haven't found any, but I did find out we need to make one. A D-series head and an arm. This can't be right.
A head? I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm, though. Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet. I still need to check the second floor here.
All right. Check it out. Meet me at the trailer if you find it.
You ever wonder at any point those phone calls seem a bit like the phone calls from Friday Night at Freddy's?
Yeah. Five Nights at Freddy's. I can't actually get through that.
The story's there. It's all weird. They've actually made another one, but it's not called. It's the one title that's part of the series that isn't called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right.
It's called Sister Location.
Ah.
I don't know. Liz just hates them.
This game is
She
very
doesn't like she doesn't like the idea of children being killed and then shoved into animatronic suits.
Well, don't suppose I can blame her, really.
I said they're dead when they go in, so it's not as if they're suffering. I mean, their spirits are, but that's beside the point.
You're acting under the assumption that they are dead when they're being shoved in.
They are.
Oh, they were. It's
You know
been
that-
established.
Yeah, it's been established. There is a whole thing.
Hmm. I wonder if the fact that you can look around actually has any allows you to raise your awareness and sense of danger.
Maybe. With 3D sound, you can hear where things are coming from. That was a notification sound. Why do I keep getting those? What was... Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Neither do I.
Was I supposed to... Oh, right, I guess I'm supposed to kill her and take her lantern. But did I not take her lantern? Antique coin. Well, this is being put on hold for a bit.
Not sure you'll be able to take it now, but at least you got an antique coin.
with this antique coin, I'll be able to get something even better.
Just be sure to do your Clint Eastwood impression, Ollie.
Oh, damn. Looks like
You
I
really
can't.
want to go down there?
I don't think it's letting me.
One of the people on chat has just said, I think the whole idea of killing children and stuffing them in suits is appalling, but it makes a good video game.
Yes, this is true. Come to the
You
trailer.
must be a fan of Team 4-Star, my friend.
We do
Team
not.
4-Star do not condone child violence. We do, however, find it hilarious.
Oh, I fell back down the hole.
That's special.
Right, rather than... Right, I'm gonna go and get that Magnum before anything else.
If I were you, I'd save first.
Yeah, I can do that in the room where I get the Magnum. There's a save point there.
I can only imagine the look on your face when you first saw that woman jump out at you. I don't think you want to go through that again, do you?
Nah.
I'm back, by the way.
I'll come back, by the way.
Hey Sam, how you doing?
I'm fine, Ollie.
Yeah. Oh, my buying of Eve Valkyrie was pretty cool. There was a sticker on it in game, like half price basically, $24.99, and the guy at the cash register said that offer ended a while ago, but he let me have it at that price anyway because, in his words, it wasn't my fault. Some fucker forgot to put the sticker off.
Chaps just asked, I wonder how hard it'd be to play the whole game with only your knife. I'd say close to impossible because you'd have to get past Jack with that knife.
I think you make exceptions for boss fights. That's been the rule of Resident Evil, is that you use the knife for every other enemy, but when it comes to the bosses, you can use other weapons because the knife is just ridiculously impractical.
Yeah, I suppose that's reasonable.
Right.
So,
what,
Ollie, you can get the Magnum now.
what don't I need? Do I need the crank? Am I
No.
gonna... I don't need the crank.
I purchased the first volume of Batman Eternal today.
Nice.
It's half the size of the phone book.
Interesting.
And it's not even complete.
Sorry, I just found a comic strip that reminds me of someone I know way too well.
Right.
Called The Mail Online. It's a guy who just takes the news way too fucking seriously, and his wife has to pretty much suffer through his ridiculous, assumptions.
Well, for Jack,
Like
you'd have to use the chainsaw, but a whole lot of blocking would be in order for everything else. But I think we all know that it would take more than a chainsaw to kill me.
Not really.
Oh yes, really.
No. You'd die just like everybody else.
Doesn't matter
Or maybe
to
we
the...
could do... oh, no, Jack will probably end up like Shadow and just they'll suddenly decide to bring him back despite the fact he's dead and go, nah, screw it. And then bring him back, go, right, now what do we do?
Must you compare me to a character who I consider be a tragic mistake?
Look, I consider Shadow to be a tragic mistake, but I consider it the fans' fault that he's more of a mistake.
Ah,
This is
look at
always
that.
blame, but a tragic
It
mistake
is.
is still a tragic mistake.
It is, but, you know, he gets to live with the fact he got beaten up by Amy.
Right, how do I map
Oh,
the...
that Magnum is that Magnum is beautiful. Barry himself would probably go, it isn't a revolver, therefore it's not a real Magnum. Now where's my sandwich?
Our new best friend has just said good luck getting a supply of ammo for that.
Yeah.
Look, we all know the law that the Magnum has a disproportionately low ammo drop rate. Because it's literally a boss killer weapon. That is literally the entire point of the Magnum.
Yeah, but how do you map it to a direction button?
I don't know.
Sometimes make you wish you could use something like a crossbow that you could just pull the arrows out and reuse them.
Well, it'll make the bowgun. Actually, the bowgun has always been pretty much useless unless you got the version in Code Veronica.
I mean, I think that's how it worked in The Evil Within. Guns and bullets were considered a luxury in that game.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I
Pets to get
should
invented
probably
and bought.
save. Yeah, but I'm not sure how to do that. Okay, so...
I may never play this game, but I
Oh,
am happy to relay advice.
okay.
Podcast featuring two lads not as successful as one hoped.
Huh.
Sorry, it's a parody thing. A newly launched podcast, The Jez and Tomo Show, failed to achieve its first week download figures as its creators hoped. Despite having been available through iTunes for 10 days, the show has only had 7 downloads. We hoped for a better, said Jez, a media student from Brighton. But we're still trying to get the word out there. I've just tweeted Jimmy Carr. If he gives it a listen, I reckon he'll totally be into it. Then he can tweet about it, and then we'll get everything going. Jet20 explained how the podcast came about. Me or Tomo were in the basket makers doing some ales, and then we were just saying these hilarious things, like if cats could enter the Olympic Games, and how weird it is that there's always half an onion in the fridge. That sort of thing. Oh god, this sounds way too much.
Can't wait to hear how that Magnum sounds.
Yeah. Although this is going to be unfortunate indeed. But I might need it later, camp.
Ah, yes.
Anyone hear about how the Shia... I can't pronounce that word. LeBouf movie first week release?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, is that it?
Yeah, only sold 2 I didn't hear about that, but that's funny if true. You probably know Shia LaBeouf from the Transformers movies, Jack. Or the 4th Indiana Jones film.
Hmm. Oh, he's a director. I thought it was a net title.
Huh.
I've been a little out of touch lately. Too busy working.
And the mocking of the strong and stable thing. Ugh. You know what isn't
Separating agent.
You know what isn't strong and stable? Apparently my fucking table.
Huh. Ah.
I'm tempted to say as well as yourself, Sam, but I don't want to get insulting.
Who said that?
Huh. Flame rounds.
Oh god, the flame rounds.
For the grenade launcher. Oh, we get
If
a
we...
grenade launcher.
Oh, yes.
No, not the flame rounds!
I've always been more of a fan of the acid rounds.
Yeah, acid rounds do sound interesting.
Yeah,
They're
very...
impractical in terms of an actual thing. But, you know, they're basically, if you don't have a magnum, they're the next best thing.
I wonder how effective acid rounds would be against the undead.
Well, they would melt the flesh, probably, depending on the acid used.
New Doctor Who later.
Yeah, the last one tried to make me feel bad about my video game kill count.
Yes.
I remain unmoved.
I found myself thinking about that Admiral Satie from Star Trek Next Generation who asked the question to Picard. One wonders how you can sleep at night, having caused so much destruction.
Does one.
Very easily, with my own voice.
Patrick Stewart's voice is something special, let's be honest. Let's be fair.
Yes.
Very much so.
Make it so.
Alright. I hope that the new Star Wars Battlefront has more than one VR mission.
That would be entertaining.
Yes.
I've played the VR mission.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes.
Treasure photo, I'll leave that there for now. Could do without the taking up of the inventory space.
I found myself thinking of Super Kami Guru when the VR headset came off. Oh god, natural light! What's the words that come to your mind, Ollie, when you take that thing off?
I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure how long it's considered safe to keep the headset on.
I've done some research. Apparently, a VR headset is no worse for your eyes than a mobile phone screen. So,
Let's just hope your research comes from a credible source.
yeah. Actually, I'm gonna have the flamethrower back. Flamethrower.
Shotgun.
I watched myself pick up the flamethrower, and I just went off. Our friend has just said, just a thought, you might want to get some flame rounds. He then added in for the flamethrower. You probably might have actually wanted to have, you know, let loose some liquid death there, Ollie.
Yeah, but no ammo left. Together we went
If
from
you had to come up with an emoji for your situation, Ollie, what do you suppose it would be?
palm tree, flamethrower, baby, flamethrower, mosquito, mosquito, mosquito.
Yeah, I saw a thing earlier that said, "What do you? My opinion of the emoji movie being made," and it shows the smiley emoji in the One Punch Man thing, and then it being punched and exploding.
Yeah.
Look, I already rolled my eyes at the idea of a Tetris movie.
Yeah, apparently it's happening.
I know. Look, we may be getting a bunch of stupid shit. Just wait till Carrier Bag the movie comes out.
Carry a bag.
It will fucking happen at this point. Let's be honest. They're making everything else. I mean, it's one thing to do Wreck-It Ralph and and Sausage Party. Is a completely different other thing to just do emojis and Skype the movie or something. And considering there's already bootleg shit in India and stuff with like Skype the bag and Skype the shoe.
Spaceballs the flamethrower.
Yeah, there's literally a bootleg stuff, and you'd be surprised what they sell everywhere around the world that's clearly stolen. There's a school bag, for example, just here that says Shrek 2 and then there's Piccolo on it.
Ugh.
The iPen.
Movie would look like.
Yes.
Sorry?
Star Wars The Wrath of Khan t-shirt.
Okay, now you're just trying to get me mad.
I'm not even kidding. I'm saving this just to send it to you at some point. Let's see. Nirvana, and it's got the Lego Bionicle characters on it for some reason.
You think too small, Ollie. Everything I say is to try and get you mad.
Oh, and then there's also a Homer Simpson with a Pikachu ear thing that's got the word fuck coming out of its mouth. And it's an iPhone case or something.
Well, that was startling.
Is that her again?
Yep.
Here we go. Skype the shoe, and then there's a thing that says Final Fantasy VII, and it's got lightning on.
Philistines.
It's funny, really, because I could have sworn I heard a man's grunt when she came through the window.
And
But it's not impossible. She might have been.
there's a shirt that says Pope, and it's got Quagmire on Popeye's body.
Ollie, you might want to look around by this time. Didn't she used to be thinner and not walking on the wall?
And shorter too.
Yeah, I think
I don't
this
need to
happened
go
to me.
anywhere.
I think this happened when I was dating in Hereward. I think one of them fell out of the wheelchair, and this just happened.
Did that happen as well, Sam?
Yeah. What time are we on? So what? How long have we been doing this?
I don't know when you started. I was playing Old Republic.
To be honest, I'm not sure when we started.
At least 49 minutes ago.
Actually, according to this, it says started 1 hour ago.
Ah. Well, we did 3 hours yesterday.
We did.
That was a
That's
3-hour
what you wanna do
special.
now.
A 3-hour special to commemorate absolutely bloody nothing.
Hey, if WWE can do that,
Yeah, why not?
Yes, why not indeed?
oh, Sam
Yes,
has
Double E.
later on, like,
Sam has
Oh,
discovered
God.
the greatness that is Joe Hendry.
Oh god, there's a Bart Simpson shirt that just says Barrett Simpson don't have a box new. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Oh, and then there's a Star Wars toy that's Darth Maul, and its name next to it is Dennis. And Qui-Gon Jinn is called Fly-Gon Jinn for reasons, and Obi-Wan is called Toby. I don't know what the hell.
I don't think you're supposed to know.
Bootleg crap. YouTube the sandals. Ugh. 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 Jurassic Park with Wario on it for some reason.
Do you think Wario could survive in a dinosaur world?
If he jumps on the head, yeah.
No, I'm not sure he'd be smart enough to do that. I think he'd mistake head for mouth.
Oh well, one more fat Italian out of the way.
Is Wario Italian?
Probably. Everything else probably is.
He didn't
They
sound
never
it in that Mario Warfare video I watched once, but then again, neither did Mario or Luigi.
Ugh. Google. And someone sent me a picture from a manga, and it just says, "Wait a minute, this isn't Super Smash Brothers. This is anal sex." I don't know why that's funny.
I sent you one, but it was tennis. Like, replace Super Smash Brothers with tennis. I remember sending you that. The old switcheroo. Alright, bring it, bitch. It still made me jump, even though I knew it was coming.
I wonder if it'd be appropriate for you to at some point say, "Be thou not afraid."
Hey guys. I'm starting to think you're not a fan of me.
You know, I was watching that earlier.
Fucking hell! It ain't dead!
We're the in
Approaching
Japanese
certain
military,
thing
and we're
has
well armed.
failed.
Fuck! Let's scalp her!
You know what? I'm gonna take out the Magnum. And
Alright, Gendo, you daft twat! Just ignore
Who
them,
the
sir.
devil are you?
I want to whip it.
Smithers, release the hounds.
Yes. Sir, I think that's your son. Oh yes, of course. Of course, how silly of me. I must be getting crazy in my old age. Now, where was I?
Oh yes, Smithers, release the hounds.
Mr. Burns, the only thing that kept me slightly interested in The Simpsons.
Have you watched any of the later episodes?
I try, but I'm in one of those states. I'm in one of those things where I can maybe watch an episode for 5 minutes, and already I just cannot be asked to be bothered with it anymore.
I think what might save The Simpsons at this point is probably if Ryan Reynolds made a cameo appearance playing both himself and Deadpool, because Deadpool could do that.
Why not? Why not? He already pretty much plays Deadpool on his Twitter.
Just a tip, so you don't waste your time, if you don't shoot her in the sack under her crotch, she won't take any damage.
I've just
So basically, you've got to
wasted
Okay, Ollie, so basically, and I hate to be the one to say this, shoot her right in the pussy!
That is the advice our best friend is apparently telling us. I was, of course, relaying that advice word for word. Ooh, you might want to watch out there.
That was the Magnum. I don't want to waste a shot.
See her reeling from pain from that.
Well, have you been shot in the crotch?
No, but I...
Oh, you want me to fix that?
I heard someone in a video game who had by a carbine, I think.
I've shot my cousin in the balls with a BB gun at one point. He was not a very happy person.
My cousin got shot in the ass by a BB gun by his dad, I think.
That's actually kind of funny.
My uncle certainly thought so. I just wish I'd been there to see it.
God damn it. Why didn't I use recovery items? I had plenty.
That's a good question, Ollie.
One that I'm sure you're going to give us an answer to.
Just the absurdity of having to shoot someone in the crotch.
Ugh, God, I'm surprised this didn't make the news. You're shooting the elderly in the crotch.
I've played Time Splitters. I've shot people in that particular area enough times.
I'm sure you spanked the monkey in there way too many times as well.
Actually, I didn't, but I did, however, get those two women in the gas chamber.
Ah, just like my Auntie Schwartz.
Yeah, there's a thought, Ollie. Just think of yourself as Darth Helmet.
I can't breathe in this thing.
Comb the desert.
You think we take things too literal?
He told us to comb the desert. We're combing it. Find anything?
We ain't found shit.
Now, Lone Star, prepare to say goodbye to your two best friends. I am not referring to your friends in the Winnebago.
Huh.
Oh, that's just seven. There's a picture of someone's just sent me a picture from that Zootopia thing, and it's got that rabbit with a gun on her head, and underneath she's got, when you're role-playing a character and then suddenly an account adds you playing an 8-year-old boy and asks you for lewd RP.
Maybe, Ollie, it would help if you told her something she should know before you face her.
What's that?
It'd be cleverer if you figured this out on your own.
I lost the peeps, I lost the sweeps, I lost the creeps.
Ah, yes. Bugger off.
This is not Resident Evil. This is pest control.
Oh
Yeah.
God!
This has nothing to do with
the
the...
last I heard. Go on.
This has nothing to do with the established story, but it's very classic Resident Evil.
Well, believe it or not, the closest you will get to a connection to the other games is right at the end.
Right.
Yes.
The only other connection that this thing has is there's a book written by a character in the main house. There's a book that's written by one of the characters from Resident Evil Revelations, and there apparently is a picture somewhere in the house of the mansion from Resident Evil 1.
Wasn't Revelation separate from the story in its own unique way?
No. It's just it's filling in blanks. As the story pretty much does, the whole Revelations 2 takes place just before 6.
I must be thinking of another game then.
The only Resident Evil game I know of that is not attributed to canon apart from a few mobile games is Resident Evil Gaiden.
I suppose I'm not really the best consultant, given that my favourite Resident Evil character is Albert Wesker.
Wesker's a good character, that's the thing. It's just that, you know, it took about 5 years to bring him back after his quote-unquote death.
I still think his best line came when he came before his bot came in his boss fight, where he jumps out in front and says, "Chris!"
I still think the fact that his voice actor plays him and Legion in Mass Effect 2 and 3, and he actually played both characters for a chat between themselves, and that he openly mocked Resident Evil 6 in that very same video.
Good old shotgun.
Wesker Commander, what do you want? I only have 7 minutes for my lunch. A Jill sandwich. Yes, we are aware of this meme.
To this thing.
Why am I taking advice from a flashlight? We must continue our existence in... Oh, I think you'll find I'm very much alive. So you are in Resident Evil 6? 6? Your ending in Resident Evil 5 implied that you were dead. Well, that would explain the headaches.
To look around, Ollie. She will come from any direction, as far as I know.
You will see the devil, and he will try to pull your balls out through your kneecaps.
Concentrate on the moment. Feel. Don't think. Use your instincts.
The Jedi.
If Liam Neeson's voice can give a small local boy with an outdated pod racer a chance to defeat the champion, you see no
Oh,
reason
come on, he had his child kidnapped 3 times. I don't think he has, you know, he's in any position to talk anymore. At some point, you've just got to consider whether he's a bad parent.
Are we talking about Qui-Gon or Anakin?
Liam
Qui-Gon.
Neeson.
Liam Neeson, the niece.
Ah, you're talking about the Taken films.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn never would have let his child go like that.
No, he would have got chopped in half in front of them. And then tell someone else to raise them.
Mind you, Qui-Gon Jinn probably would never have children. When it jumps at you like that, Ollie, you should really move out the way.
Yeah, they should make a dodge button for that.
If this gift makes Ollie move around like you, I think... No.
What? Oh, for God's sake.
This coming from a person who is attempting to get away and failing. Not a good time to reload, Ollie.
Right, I think I'm supposed to go find her now. Oh wait, no. Ugh.
Oh, well, you found it. With terrible results. Double team!
Well, Ollie got taken from both sides. Sorry, Ollie.
She looked like she was about to explode then.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's Marguerite dead.
Easter,
I hope.
baby. Oh, why didn't you just shoot her right there, see if she disintegrated?
Oh, that would have been cool.
Unless she comes back as a very aggressive, you know, kind of dust. I don't think we're going to have a problem.
You never know, it's Resident Evil.
Yes, yes, I know. They're impractical weaponry aside, you know, biological weapons aside. Then again, I don't really, you know, I think Nemesis, sadly, was one of the most successful things. Umbrella, if they didn't have internal wars with themselves, they probably would actually be a formidable thing.
For a time there I thought that was your aggressive dust you were talking about.
I mean, Resident Evil 2 and 3 only happened because of a dispute between two separate parts of Umbrella.
I only know from the game movies I used to watch on YouTube. For some reason my favourite one's taken off.
Shame. Because the whole thing is that Wesker and William Birkin stole and took credit for something that Umbrella Europe did, which was the Nemesis project. So they wanted to steal the G-Virus. So they sent Hunk to do it.
Wasn't it the H1?
What?
I'm having trouble remembering the virus names now. Wasn't it the T-Virus they stole?
No, the T-Virus was created before Resident Evil 0 by James Marcus, who'd combined the progenitor virus with a leech, which made it so the virus could connect and infect someone without killing them completely. It made them zombies. But then Oswald Spencer took credit for it, and to be fair, William Birkin took over the research, and he did more with it than Marcus ever did. Because Marcus only ever focused on the leeches, he actually did the hunters, the tyrants, and everything else. Then
Do you think Umbrella could have actually done any good with their research?
Yeah, they could have. It's just that the T-virus was just one means to an end. But they went as far as they could with it, so Birkin, after experimenting on Lisa Trevor for a horrible amount of time and making her basically an immortal, he discovered the components of the G-virus, what would become the G-virus within her body. So he used that, left the Arkley Mountains, and then started his research on the G-virus. Yay. And then Umbrella Europe tried to steal it from him. Then he injected it into himself, went nuts, and then killed a load of them with the exception of Hunk. Because Hunk survives everything.
Yeah, he's Dr. Death, isn't he, or is he Mr.
Mr. Death. It's Mr. Death. Although there's never truly been an explanation as to how he keeps surviving. The only explanation given during Resident Evil 2 is probably that he was knocked unconscious.
Some civilian losses, but that is war.
And he was mentioned in Code Veronica, so he definitely did survive Resident Evil 2.
Yes, I did actually like him in that game, for his surviving.
Yeah, he's very specific. He's very, 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 very specific ways of surviving. You should see his version in... What?
Did he only appear in that game?
He only appeared in Resident Evil 2, but he was mentioned... He did have a whole campaign in Darkside in Umbrella Chronicles. And he did do, and he was meant you can find a report written by him in Code Veronica where he's complaining to Alfred Ashford about delivering the tyrant, saying that he'd prefer it if they would actually let them know what they're delivering, his people are delivering, before they have to deliver it.
Makes sense to me.
Well, that was his thought, saying, considering it was a tyrant, if it had gotten out, it could have killed my entire platoon, and that would have been impractical. If we'd known what it was, we could have dealt with it if it had. But if it had taken us by surprise, obviously, problem.
The one virus I didn't like was Ouroboros.
Well, that was literally a whole Wesker thing, so, you know.
Our friend says, I thought Resident Evil 4 was a bit out of the ordinary.
Well, it was.
I think that was the point. The guy did not... Basically, Shinji Mikami did not want to do Romero Zombies for a 6th time. So he just wants... so he just decided to do something a bit new.
What I didn't like about the Ouroboros virus is that it seemed to create massive abominations from a short quantity of biomass.
Well, that's what the T-virus always did. I mean, look what it did with the Hunters.
Yeah, but it didn't turn them massive, now did it?
Bigger than they should be. Keeping in mind, they are literally just human fetus eggs, human eggs, injected with reptilian DNA and then given the T-virus. That is literally all the Hunters are.
I mean, what was her name?
Which one?
It's just off the top of my head.
Lisa.
No, Wesker's friend.
William Birkin.
Excella.
No.
Oh, Excella.
Excella, that's it.
Well, his sister turned up in Revelations 2.
I mean, it took a satellite to destroy her.
Still. His sister was shit. Wesker's sister is fucking shit.
Well...
You've got to use that lamp you got from...
We're here.
Yeah, Alex Wesker.
If she was trying to fill Albert's shoes, I don't think it was possible.
Well, the thing was, she mocked Wesker for, his whole thing, but apparently, she was one of the 2 Weskers that survived the experiments. And then, of course, she became something, got killed, and that was that. Although, apparently, according to Umbrella Corps, Wesker is still alive, so that's a thing.
Well, it'll be good to see him again, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Well, the thing is that apparently Umbrella Corps is actually considered canon, despite the fact it's a pile of shit. But it's also set right after it's set some, and Wesker is actually one of the people who can, one of the people who's training the troops.
Impressive considering that he was blown to bits in a volcano.
That might have been a clone. Umbrella has been known to clone people and have the technology to do it because that's how they used to make the tyrants. Because apparently, in order to make a tyrant, you had to have someone of a very specific genetic code. Then you had,
or the next Wesker we'd see could be a clone.
Maybe. But I think it's actually the clone himself is Wesker. It would explain why this particular Wesker had to keep having an injection every few hours and had some instability. Whereas the earlier versions of Wesker didn't seem to have one.
Maybe the virus inside him broke down. We don't know.
Well, my guess is it's just a clone, but he intentionally made it genetically, you know, weaker. So that it could probably be killed easily by him if necessary.
That does make a bit of sense.
Well, that's my thought, is it'd be a clone that he's made it intentionally weaker so he can kill it himself, or so that they can kill it. I don't know. It'd be like, you know, so that way that Chris could kill it, and then think Wesker's dead so he can continue working behind the scenes.
If Albert Wesker is coming back, do you think he'll actually be able to kill Chris?
I think that the Chris and Wesker thing, my issue with Chris is that he doesn't look anything, is that while Wesker is, you know, looks like Wesker, but, you know, obviously he's aged and he looks a bit different now. Only a little bit different, but retains, you know, what makes him him. Chris's entire physical structure, including how his face looks, has changed. I mean, Chris from Resident Evil 5 onwards looks nothing close to what he did in Code Veronica and 1. You know, he's lost a lot of his look.
Well,
but the whole thing between him and Wesker is just too important to deal with. Personally, I know they'd never do it, but I'd love to see Wesker kill Jake.
I don't think I know Jake.
Jake Wesker, his son.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't be too bothered if that happened. Might look a bit like that episode of Justice League where Darkseid puts his son Orion in a bear hug and leaves him to die on an exploding moon.
Yeah, that sounds like Darkseid. But yeah, for Resident Evil 6, one of the campaigns you had to play as Sherry Birkin as a full-grown adult, and apparently she has the Deadpool thing where she just regenerates from anything. Because the G-virus and shit.
I haven't done much in the way of playing as Darkseid in Injustice 2. It's certainly better than Darkseid in Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe.
So there's a lot of suspense right now.
Just about anything could happen, Ollie.
Anything can happen, and it usually does.
Now, if you just start shaking the camera up a bit, you could probably add a bit of tension.
No, I'm above shaky cam.
So yeah, I'd welcome Wesker back because, well, the lukewarm reaction to Jake, who was meant to be Wesker's replacement, just hasn't worked. Because he apparently has Wesker's strength and, you know, all his abilities genetically.
We've got 7 people watching now.
Nice.
Cool.
Can we get it to 8? Oh, and someone has also liked this video.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you for the like. Right, now, we're doing the whole creepy little girl thing, it seems.
I'm watching this on my computer as well as on the PS4.
Is there any difference in the timing between the two?
We have a new individual called Night Sports Wafu who says good morning, and our best friend is correcting him saying it's 5:30 PM. It's actually 35 minutes past 10 on my end.
Yeah, well, our
Everyone set
best
their
friend
clocks back
must
5
be
hours.
from America.
6 minutes.
It's probably about 5:30 in the US. They are a fair few hours
Don't leave
earlier
that
than
room,
us.
you're going the wrong way. That map told you a secret passage. Night Sport says Japan is 6:30 this morning.
Ah. Oh, it's from
Perfect day to start
Japan.
the day, then.
That's cool.
Watching Resident Evil in VR.
Yeah.
And our friend confirms he is in fact from the US.
Yeah. Cool. It's weird to think that what I'm seeing is being broadcast to places like that. Like,
You need to go back to the detention room.
Hope Jack just comes up and just goes, "Hey there, motherfucker."
I would never swear, Sam.
Not you. The good Jack, the fun Jack, the one that makes me scared of going to Louisiana.
were you not always scared of going to Louisiana?
I was scared of going. I was scared. I was scared of going, you know, anywhere in the States, to be honest. Mainly the southern states.
Nah, honestly, I
Is that
know
an
nothing
alligator?
about anywhere in America, so...
No, well, nor do I. It's just, with all the writing I've been doing and all the research I've had to be doing, I hate the fact that every single time me and Ian try to do a bunny rabbit joke or anything, it always ends up with the clan or KFC being involved. And I really don't want it to be that that's the only part of southern culture we understand about.
Did I just see an alligator back there?
I think it was stuffed.
Wouldn't.
That doesn't necessarily mean dead in terms of alligator. Or crocodile for that matter.
Do they eat ya?
Yeah. Well, it's the same bloody thing then, isn't it?
The altar, is it?
Mind you, would a crocodile or an alligator be up at this time of night?
I think it depends.
I mean, they are a nocturnal species.
I love that the weapon I'm using at the moment, my weapon of choice, is the flamethrower. Oh,
There
wait,
you
no.
went the wrong way.
What?
You went the wrong way.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at this. I'm just finishing my Viz thing. This thing. I don't know if I've heard that it was based off a real family that the people who wrote this comic met, but there's these people called the Bacons, and they're basically a Newcastle family, and they have this son, and they always do something to like give him a gift or something, and then they just use excuses, just beat the shit out of him. So that they buy him a scooter, and then tell him to go down the pier using said scooter. And when he's there, they're dressed up like a motorcycle gang, call him a puffer, and then start beating him with a chain for calling him a mod.
We've got 8 people watching now.
Cool. Since
Or when he's in hospital. Ooh, 8 people. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I know I'm not going the right way, but I'm just going to find the save room to save progress.
Yeah. And then when he's in hospital with a broken arm, they like give him a certain football shirt, and then when he's wearing it, they're wearing the opposite team shirt to just be. It's for another excuse to abuse him.
You basically shouldn't have left the room with the note, but I think he's said confirming you going back to the save thing. Oh.
Yeah, no, this is the wrong way.
Another individual in the chat calling himself Jack's Gaming JVD. He has just said Joe 4 times.
Joe. He's either a fan of Samoa Joe or
Joe Hennig.
Yeah.
Or Hendry.
Or possibly Joe Hendry, yes. Sam has recently discovered the greatness of Joe Hendry.
Oh yeah, I gotta love Joe.
Now
though I
he's
can't
asking
drink.
what's up.
Though I can't drink a cup of Joe. Don't like it.
Nah.
Well, happily, the sun hasn't been up today, if that answers your question.
No. Okay. I was here not that long ago. How have I forgot the way to the save point? Okay.
Yes, I think it's a nice stream as well, Jack's Gaming JVD.
Cool. Thank you. I can't actually see your... I can't actually see your comments, I'm afraid. I'm relying on my friends here to read them out to me. You could
That's why I am reading them out, Ollie.
Yeah. Ah, haha.
We've dropped down to...
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't know what, really.
It's a pity you can't use that image of it disconnecting.
Sorry, what? What was that, Jack?
Never mind. You're having trouble hearing me, Ollie?
No, I can hear you.
I shall adjust the mic volume just slightly.
Alright, okay. Back to dealing with this kid. Or at least I assume it is, with all the toys about.
What I don't understand is why is there a picture of a, oh hang on a minute, something that will act like your mark, like Jack's septic eye, something like that, but of course it'd have to originate from you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Art is not really a skill I have.
Well, good news, Ollie, you have a subscriber now.
Nice.
Bunkai.
Thank you. I appreciate the sub. Alright, nope. Burn! Burn everything!
Careful, Ollie, you don't want to say burn them all.
Huh.
Your trusted bodyguard might put a sword through your back and slit your throat to prevent you from turning into a dragon.
Oh god, I don't have a trusted bodyguard anymore, not since exactly that happened. Something's wrong with her. Bring it, little bitch.
Well, like Jack just said, you could use that to disconnect. Use that disconnect picture as your mark. It'd be original and something to chuckle about.
disconnect picture. Ah, suppose I could.
I do occasionally come up with good ideas, don't I?
Sometimes.
How do you know? You left college before you got a chance to see my best ideas.
Oh,
I can imagine.
Don't worry, I keep him informed.
Yeah, I hear things.
Yes, you probably hear the wrong things.
Subjective.
They're things that I've told him, therefore they are the right things, regardless of what they are.
No, Ollie, there are things you have told him which would fall into the category of potentially your word versus mine.
Yeah, but I'm going to trust Ollie's word over anything because Ollie's one of those. He's not always told me what I want to hear, but he's never lied to me.
Apart from that one time I pranked
skill.
you and told you I was dying of kidney failure, and then you donated one of your kidneys to save my life, and then I said it was an April Fool, and you had to throw your kidney away.
To be fair, it was my sister's kidney.
She didn't need it, did she?
She didn't know. Then again, she's not going to know after about six pints of vodka and a brick to the head. To be fair, I didn't need the last part, but you know.
Things are never as they seem, my friend.
Oh, okay.
The worst part is I didn't have a witty phrase to say once I did it, so all I could do is go, "That'll teach you to be dead."
Oh.
You know the Kamehameha of redness? Yes. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi.
Things are never as they seem.
Okay, it was all suspenseful.
Except for when they are.
It was all suspenseful before, but now I'm just getting impatient. Show yourself.
Well, we've just got to wait for the elevator to come down with the blood. Oh,
Or
sorry, I was thinking
alternatively, we can
of The
wait for our friend
Shining.
from the US to tell us where to go.
No, I don't want to be told where to go. Unless I'm really looking like I'm not going to get it.
Well, to be honest, that's what I'm saying.
It's the clown.
I have total confidence in your ability, Ollie, but at this point I don't have confidence in your ability.
Please, let's make a move. Please, we need to make a movie. Jack Yardley versus It the Clown.
Isn't that a bit unfair on It the Clown?
I guess he'd become depressed and not destroy the world.
Well, it would depend on who was playing him, because Tim Curry isn't in the best of shape anymore.
Okay, well, let's consider Tim Curry, but, you know, back when he was in shape.
Ah, right.
You know, in
I
good
was
health.
going to make a pitting Jack against a guy in a wheelchair joke, but now, you know, it's a bit redundant.
That told you where to go. Look closely.
Picture in the dollhouse. This was... It was in one of the corners.
Ollie,
Kids' room.
you ought to remember full well how my wheelchair jokes were. I'd stand next to him and use them as armrests. Remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
And my favourite wheelchair joke will always be when Ollie fell out of his wheelchair, and then I measured how far he went.
We made a game of that.
Oh yeah, it was. It was a fun game. You would fall out of your wheelchair every time we got out of the bus. I would get a tape measure and measure how far you went.
Well, not
Like
every
the
time.
detention room dollhouse.
And we all laughed and all thought it was funny, apart from the bus driver who was horrified.
Oh, and then there was our old friend from college who called you Crippled Dracula. Remember that?
I think that was
I
Sam.
didn't find it particularly.
What?
I think it might have been. I think it might have been Gareth actually. I didn't particularly find it very funny, but I suppose I had to have been there.
No,
I never liked the word.
it was an idea for like just a short. It was either going to be crippled Dracula or Spasticus.
Another word I don't like. Starts with N and rhymes with trigger.
Sorry, I got kicked. I suddenly lost connection.
Ah, no problem. Yeah.
Look
Alright.
closely, Ollie. That's not looking closely.
Look closely,
If you look
Saint
harder, you
Pete.
might find you might see Mufasa in it.
Saint Peter wasn't really a man. Saint Peter was a rabbit.
Ah.
Incidentally, if they're bringing a live-action Lion King movie out, if James Earl Jones isn't reprising his role as Mufasa, I don't think it'll be worth watching.
Hi.
Hi, dead girl.
I guess this is it.
She's not going to come to life, is she?
I hate to twist your arm here, but we kind of need this.
Oh, there she is.
Ugh, God.
Don't come to life. Don't come to life. Don't come to life.
I don't think it. I don't think it comes to life.
Oh, it's doing all the
That red
weird
circle
crap.
is like, oh, we seem to have found it.
Die!
Run.
It's
Run.
Venom.
Let's see
Not
how
venom, it's
symbiotes like fire.
Seems less effective than I thought it would be.
You'd think that fire would work well against flesh.
You'd think so.
See if it gets up after that.
Hi, dear.
Our friend in the States has effectively put in capitals run and with 4 S's on the end, so I suggest making haste.
Okay. Okay. Well, at least one of the bakers is definitely dead. It's just the fact that you had to shoot her in the vagina was weird. Really, as in I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep comfortably tonight.
I don't think this game is meant to allow you to sleep comfortably.
Yeah, but it's not even out of horror,
Gotcha.
it's more out of, ow, that was just awkward, kind of.
That's 5NS, not 4S. I do like reading these out. You know, if I didn't believe in giving credit where credit is due, I could take on all this advice and claim it was mine.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Your advice is very
Dan, that's
helpful.
very good of you.
I may be evil and manipulative, but I do have some commendable qualities.
They're there, underneath the smarm and the negativity and the Doctor Who references. But it's there.
He noticed.
How
he
could I not?
noticed.
That was like 90% of English lessons with you.
Alright, so...
Oh, and I thought you enjoyed it when I said, "Hi diddly ho, neighborino."
And I thought you liked it when I told you to drop dead.
I got the impression when you did your Homer voice saying, "Drop dead, Flanders."
Alright. Okay, I think I have the worst sense of direction in the world.
Yes, you do. You have a terrible sense of direction. It takes you 6 hours to get to town. It's only an hour-long journey. Even by wheelchair.
Like every female divorce lawyer says.
Yeah?
I don't know, I'm waiting for him to write the rest of it.
Oh, right.
I was wondering if he I was wondering if he was expecting me to read it out before finishing it. I think I might have spoiled the joke a bit there, sorry.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, this one's a bit fast, isn't it?
Hello. Shit, Venom.
Where's Anti-Venom when you need him? Possibly the one character in the Marvel Universe Deadpool can't kill.
You know, apart from when he killed literally everything.
Yeah, but when he killed Venom, I only saw a black symbiote, which implies he only killed... He didn't kill Anti-Venom, he just killed plain Venom.
Well...
I'm not entirely sure it's possible, because Anti-Venom would just cure him on contact. His healing factor being artificially given means he'd just disintegrate from all the injuries he'd taken over the years.
Well, you say that, but you gotta remember that his actual life is not really to do with that. It's down to Thanos.
I think that's probably why he's never fought Anti-Venom.
Well, because Thanos pretty much made it so he can't die, so he can't ever be with Lady Death.
Oh, that's continuity for you.
Hmm. I mean, there was one time he made it so everyone in the universe couldn't die, and then him and Thanos went to a planet full of people who wanted to die over and over again.
Yeah, that is continuity at work there. They want that to be the case, so they probably never will pit Deadpool against Anti-Venom to challenge the healing factor. Tell you what though, it'd be ironic, because Anti-Venom would cure his cancer in the process. The thing which
Still, I love when Wolverine left. I loved when Wolverine lost his. Like, so why do you still have a cut? My healing factor's gone. Where were you when you lost it? Still, there is one person in the Marvel Universe who can beat literally everybody. Because of course she can.
Right.
Squirrel Girl.
Huh.
Squirrel Girl has beaten literally everybody in the Marvel Universe on her own. Even Doctor Doom, and she's the only character to actually defeat Doctor Doom legitimately without help from anyone else.
Yeah, I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here.
How does she know what phone to ring?
I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
That is a good question considering where she is.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to try to contest Hulk to it. I've seen Deadpool kill the Hulk, and I've seen Doomsday from DC Comics kill the Hulk.
I've seen Doomsday kill literally everything.
Yeah, but that's Doomsday.
Yeah, it's kind of what he exists for.
He is, I think in my encyclopedia described him as the ultimate killing machine.
Well, he did almost kill Darkseid.
He did kill Bizarro as well in the Injustice comic. So that was a sad ending.
Hmm.
I just
Well, I still loved the
trophy
whole thing. I
note.
still... Nice. Well, I did like the Darkseid versus Doomsday thing. Oh, Doomsday, and all it did was knock him down for a bit.
Well, it
Then
doesn't
he
kill
turned...
Superman.
Well, he's never actually tried to use it to kill Superman. He's used it to teleport him once or twice, and he's used it to severely injure him, but he literally got Doomsday in the back of the skull and disintegrated the back of his
I only
brain.
need the head, and you've got it.
then left him.
This is gonna help me.
So after doing his, speech that nothing survives his Omega beams when he intends it to kill, turned around to walk away, and then Doomsday just dug his claws, his bone claw things into Darkseid's back, and then beat him half to death, and then just left his corpse.
Family business, Ethan, and not your concern. Understand?
Oh dear. Rednicks have got your friend.
Feel free to come by any time and I'll give it to you. But only if you participate in a little activity I put together just for you.
What activity?
Oh, I know you're excited, but don't worry. It's not going anywhere. First step,
Sorry, I'm not trying to sound offensive.
partner, is for you to take a peek inside the fridge in the trailer there.
Fuck you.
Come on now, don't be like that. You want to have fun.
That just sort of came out.
Peek in the fridge.
Yeah, Ollie, look in the fridge.
They haven't fridged Zoe, have they?
I doubt it. It's probably going to be something weird, like a testicle in an ice cube.
Ollie, don't look in the fridge.
The pig is waiting for you in the dissection room, bitch.
What is that?
It's a
That is a
bald
head.
head.
By pig, I'm assuming it's that he means the policeman.
Dissection room. Right, what time are we on,
I'll
guys?
try and say
long
that
have
with a
we-
bit more attitude. We've been
We've just
streaming
gone
for
past-
2 hours.
Yeah. I think
Do
this
you
would
think
be...
now's a good time?
I
2
think
minutes
so.
past 11.
I will save here. And guys that are watching, thanks for tuning in. We've been doing these every day lately.
Yeah, well, it's been fun.
Why did they
Yeah.
have to kill the only black guy in this game?
Because it's a horror setting, that always happens.
At least his death was memorable.
It was. It really was. Anyway, guys.
He was said was
Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, I genuinely really appreciate you. Yeah. No, it's fine. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, give me a like, share, subscribe if you want. Standard YouTuber spiel, and I will see you next time. See you guys.